Merlin! Oh, I thought you were my friend Merlin. I knew you thought I was someone. If I could bring it back again to the summer when we filmed predictable accidents. If I could ask myself now what did happen then, I'll bring you back to when we filmed predictable accidents. If I met you back then, I would tell you the stat that one person every year is gonna die from this act. The act of an eagle dropping a turtle onto somebody's head. It's only gonna happen once, that's the predictable accident. And thanks to Mr. Stingle, I was still making films. I asked all my friends if they would do it, they all said they were in. So I spent the year at college writing up the screenplay script. A couple hundred pages later, wrote predictable accidents. Then the summer came around, it was the summer of '04. I was ready to go, I asked my friends, but I felt mostly ignored. We filmed some stuff in June of Off and John, and when he broke the door, it felt symbolic. When I look back now, it an accident for sure. There was a scene, you see the character, his name was Jesus Jonas, and his mother was abducted, and his eyesight had no focus, so we had to use a camera as his vision on the screen, and he would walk around and driving around to find his mother and me. My character, his name was Merlin. His storyline was variable. He had to embrace his destiny, but he also didn't know where to go when he was carrying Jesus' glasses. So Jesus was trying to find him, but his path was also diversion, existing in many places at the same time then. So you can imagine now how Merlin might have been hard to find, and his character stuck in a movie, inside of a movie in his mind. Inside of the theater I was working that summer, I freestyled while cleaning it, but that version of Merlin was angry for being there, thought that his life was meaningless. Now mind you, before all this happened, before it was filmed, I had almost gave up. My script was ambitious and based on conditions that I was gonna need everyone. Almost everyone quit or had their own life to live. It was July now, the summer's half spent, and I still had no turtle to act in my film. Another predictable accident. If I could bring it back again to the summer when we filmed predictable accidents. If I could ask myself now what did happen then, I'll bring you back to when we filmed predictable accidents. So me and Phil took a drive, we were looking for turtles, driving down all these back roads, and then we drove to Mr. Stengel's house. We were looking for turtles and asked him if he had those. He said no, but the very next day he was at my house pulling up in my driveway with a turtle that he rescued with an 11 on his shell painted on it already sideways. This turtle was ready to raise. This is when the film began, and thankfully my man Chris was down to give it a chance. And so I had the three main characters, Chris the turtle and me, Jesus Jonas, Turtle Merlin Radar. Respectfully, we didn't know it yet. We tried our best, that the script was not meant to be followed, but the little things that stay consistent. We filmed ourselves into August, and right before Chris had to leave for New York the next day, we stayed up all night. Then it happened, the predictable accident. At 2:22, the turtle had fallen and landed on Jesus' head, and this was symbolic to us as we completed the film. Not quite what we set to create, well, we created it anyway. My destiny is to create. My destiny is my destiny. My destiny is to create. And it lives in my memory now like it's still happening. How destiny can be so precise as we walk the fine line of our lives. Each choice that we make creates in a way its own life. And maybe that's it. The meaning of life, I would say, is to apply to your life its meaning when you see it for yourself happening now in real time. You can look back now, it's fleeting. And maybe that's it. You know, no matter what, your life's gonna happen, and it's up to you. It's up to you to see it through, to see through all of the patterns. If I could bring it back again to the summer when we filmed predictable accidents. If I could ask myself now what did happen then, I'll bring you back to when we filmed predictable accidents. And after that summer, on November 11th, our friend John passed away. and it changed me forever. It all felt connected when he broke the door. Seemed it was more than a metaphor. He opened up the pathway to the infinite and went for it. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I sent him that message. Can't stop the time now, but I can look back. See how many accidents are predictable like that. Well, you're still looking for Merlin, you might not know where to find me, but I will say when you get there it will be the perfect timing. And if you see Jesus Jonas, you can tell him I have his glasses. They're not quite my prescription. If he wants them, he can have them. All he has to do is meet me at the river, or the place where destiny is destiny. Do you ever know the way until you walk upon the path created as it's happening? That's how I know it's all predictable accidents.